Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, bringing another message to you from your higher self or spirit, the divine, the energies that are kind of prevailing right now. We are in the new moon in Pisces energy, and it is a little turbulent right now. However, it feels as though on the other side it's going to be settled. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to highlight this beautiful sculpture that a friend of mine gave me yesterday. This is a representation of the divine feminine, and she has, her heart chakra is just kind of like lightning bolts all through her body. She is being in her receptive mode. This is the look of connectedness. So I'm going to leave her here. Isn't she beautiful? A friend of mine gave that to me yesterday, and I absolutely love it. So today is March 1st, and it feels like new month, new energy. Kind of March comes in as the lion and goes out as the lamb. But it's just, I don't know. It's like all of the old negative energies have to be eliminated, and we're on the cusp of finally doing that, but it feels like it's just, you know, the last gasps of the negative. So the card I saw in the pre-shuffle was the Queen of Swords, and so that just tells me that we need to finally sever the negative, I'm hearing constructs that are keeping us captive in negative, lower vibrations. So I don't know what this reading is about, but let's figure it out. Okay. Resplendent with Grace. I saw this in the pre-shuffle yesterday. This is a 24 card, which is a 6. And then we have the Cloak of Christ. So I'm going to just pull real quick. Here, I'll put these so you can see them. So together they make a 10. There. Okay. Just give a couple of highlights from the 24 card. I love that energy. Resplendent with Grace is this divine feminine energy. Okay. Let's see. This oracle comes to you. You may be wondering if you can attain this next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself. You have within your soul possession more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision for yourself, or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So pray through unconditional love to access all that you are, to be supported by those beings that love you without condition. Pray to realize that you are so drenched in sacred grace that the well of your being is full. All that is needed to nurture you onto the next step of your life path is within you now. Success is yours, but you must believe in your ability, your readiness, and your capacity to take this next phase of the journey now. How could it be otherwise? For you are one with grace. And then the 4 card, the Cloak of Christ, that feels like in the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. This cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the Christ consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to the being bearing its name, but is shared by Rumi and other holy ones. It is typified by wholeness. There is nothing within you that would cause the Christ to turn away from you, not even those parts of you that may fill you with fear, shame, guilt, or regret. He and Rumi are sacred brothers, loving and supportive of each other, and they can see your soul as one of their family, one of their own. You are loved by them both equally and without measure. And it says, you are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. That which plagued you, whether something specific or general, nagging malaise or anxiety, you cannot quite pin down. It is not as powerful as you fear, but here you are being given a grace, here and now, that it may be overcome. So that's the resplendent grace. You are giving a grace now to overcome this last battle with lower vibration energy. And it feels like that even in the political scheme of things. So let's pull some tarot. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. And I did pre-shuffle. So let's see what comes through for this message. And I keep feeling the twin flame energy. So if this is relating to your twin flame energy, you are weary at this point. Now, we had this card the other day too. The financial and material changes. And these could be challenges. So these are things that may be weighing you down, given the current situation. Could be financial, could be, you know, just some material things in your 3D world are causing you some anxiety. But 5 is change. Trapped in fear and deceptive and envy. Okay, so let's move this back here. Those are the lower vibrations that the Rumi card we're talking about. That this is trying to captivate you again. And it's kind of 8 of Swords energy and 7 of Swords energy, which is malicious intent for me. I actually, this is the Lover's card, harmony. Okay, let me pull a couple more and then I'll talk about them. And then I'll pull some cards on each card. Solitude. It's the Hierophant card. Came out in the challenge position. I'm not going to put it that way, but I'm going to read it that way. Give me one more card and then we'll talk about this. Okay, well, got a few more than that. Let's take the card that is upright first, 2 cards. Partnerships and alliances and moving on. So this is the 3 of Pentacles, and the moving on energy is the 6 of Pentacles. I always read that as balanced equilibrium. Oh, no, hold on. That's not right. Moving on. That is that Swords energy? Yeah, that's 6 of Swords, not 6 of Pentacles. Sorry. Then we have prosperity begins. Oh, that's a nice outcome. Lots of major. Oh, there's the throat chakra card and the world card. And then we have the 9 card, which is 9 of Pentacles, and then the Sun card. Okay. Wow. All right. So here is the energy that is trying to, that we're succumbing to right now, and we need to. This is that heads up from Spirit that we always get. This is what could derail you, is succumbing to this. These changes are destabilizing you. Financial concerns and material changes are destabilizing you, and they're trapping you and paralyzing you in this state of fear. And you're starting to feel a bit paranoid because you're insecure, because your whole stability is being destabilized. However, when we get into this energy, this is a choice that we need to make. We need to envelop ourselves in this higher vibration energy and know that this is just part of our journey, and that we can overcome all of these challenges by being in this unconditional loved grace energy, that we continue the momentum of really positive love and light. And that's what this Lover's card is. as being embracing with love yourself, even though you may feel like you're blaming yourself or others for this situation. You need to get into your kind of connected state. Remember how she is, this connected state. Look at the similarities here. And this was in the challenge position, because when you're in fear, it's very hard for you to elevate to that really calm, connected state. And then it feels like here with this deception and envy, this is kind of like you're in this partnership with somebody, but you're having to move on. So we have a 9 here and a 9 here. 6 and 3. So that's kind of like you're at the end of this cycle with somebody. And so this is the decision. You're at that choice point of, am I going to continue and go back into another karmic loop, or am I going to say, this is no longer working for me? So then we move on to, this is kind of like the choice. This is where you could be if you succumb. This is the choice of, how do I elevate out of this? And then to me, this is outcome. If you choose to elevate into this divine, resplendent grace, Christ consciousness, loving, that combats this fear and this envy and jealousy and all of that, then your prosperity begins. This is Ace of Pentacles, and this is, look at how these hands are just kind of like very calm and connected. So, and look at the symbolism of the hands. We're going to unite in our energy, and we're going to now work together. And this is almost like a protective energy that is protecting this new opportunity to manifest or create something in the 3D. So once you go through these financial changes, you're going to have this new opportunity. And then we have 2 major arcana here. Well, actually, this is the throat chakra. So this is speaking your truth, starting to really communicate what it is that you need in order to elevate into a higher consciousness. That's what this World card is. And if you can see the symbolism on that card, that is this higher consciousness that you're going to gain from being in this Hierophant energy. And then we have another 9, which is material harvest. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This is what you get when you start this new beginning by moving on. And then we have the Sun card, which is this new light coming in. Look at how she's just embracing and accepting this love and grace from the divine, which elevates you into this new level that they were talking about in the Oracle card. All right, I'm going to just pull, although I can leave it there, I'm going to pull a few tarot cards from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Let's see about this 5. What could this be? This 5, financial and material changes. Do we have anything on that? I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory except for the first. So the heads up that you need, let's see if we can help identify that. This is the Strength card. It's something that is creating, you don't know if you have the strength to persevere through this. You're questioning your fortitude. It's something that is creating deep fear in you. It could be financial loss, maybe the loss of a partnership or a business. Anything else on that number 5? Changes. Something that you do with your hands. Two of Cups and King of Cups. Two of Cups is this kind of harmonic energy. But it could be with this King of Cups that there's a detachment. This moving on is an emotional detachment, and that might be what's happening in your environment right now, is that you're kind of creating this you might be in the middle of a dissolution of a partnership or a marriage, and somebody is detaching and moving on. That might be, it feels business. And there's the Queen of Wands. It feels like to me that she now is kind of on her own. Maybe that's what that Queen of Swords was in the pre-shuffle, is having to cut out this partnership. There's the Ace of Pentacles over the Ace of Pentacles. So there's going to be a financial new beginning. It might be that there's a dissolution of a business partnership here, and you're worried because of the financial impact that this is having. And you feel like maybe your partner is, I'm hearing, embezzling, or not, there's something wrong with the financial situation. There we have the Five of Swords and the challenge position. You feel like you've been sabotaged. Maybe find out that there's not as much money in the business as you thought, that the financial resources are compromised. Anything else? Yeah, that would trap you in fear. I mean, you could lose a lot. The Fool. Yeah. It feels like this starting over. This Ace of Pentacles is starting over. You're moving on solo. I don't know if that's relevant to your situation or not, but please take it as it resonates. These are general messages. If you need a specific message for yourself, please contact me through the email. But these are some empowerment oracle cards. See if we can give you some, Spirit has some advice on how to help you through this, how to change into this higher vibration energy of knowing that you are protected, you are loved. Even if you feel, this feels like you feel like you're a failure, and that you should have seen this coming. Your partner was deceptive to you. This is it feels like a business partnership, and it might be somebody that you're emotionally connected to, but turn to the divine. You are being supported, you are loved, and you just need to get through this. You have the fortitude to get through this. That was in the reading of the oracle, so go back and listen to those messages that I read at the beginning of this video, because it will be helpful to you. Empowered women empower women. Okay, so if you're divine feminine energy, or the divine feminine in you, you may seek counsel from an empowered woman, maybe some advice on how to get through this. My ring just flew off. Did you see that? Holy cow. Just, ooh. My ring just flew off over these cards. And look what's on those cards. Rings on this hand. That's significant for somebody. That feels like a marriage is over. A partnership is over. I'm going to put my ring back on. Actually, I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to put it right where it was. That's amazing. Did you not see that? That's just way. Bad vibes don't go with my outfit. So here are those bad vibes that you're getting. If I just felt that. I mean, the vibes between you and this person are all off, and you feel like you've been deceived. You feel like you have been, somebody out of jealousy was intentionally and maliciously deceptive to you about these finances. Be your own hero. Yeah, you're going to have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get through this, and you have what it takes. What is coming is better than what is gone. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Namaste.